हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, वेलकम बैक टू आवर चैनल। आज हम क्लास 8 इंग्लिश के लेसन 2.5 के क्वेश्चन आंसर्स देखेंगे। तो चलिए बिना देरी के वीडियो को शुरू करते हैं। क्वेश्चन से वेदर दिस सेंटेंसेस आर ट्रू और फॉल्स एंड करेक्ट द फॉल्स वन। फर्स्ट है द राइटर ऑफ द स्टोरी इज विलियम ब्लेक, दिस इज फॉल्स। द करेक्ट सेंटेंस इज द राइटर ऑफ द स्टोरी इज ऑस्कर वाइल्ड। नेक्स्ट है एवरीवन एडमायर द स्टैचू ऑफ द हैप्पी प्रिंस, दिस इज ट्रू। Next day, the mother was working when the swallow brought the yellow jewel. This is false. The correct sentence is the mother was working when the swallow brought the red jewel. Next here, the two best things the servant brought to God were gold and jewel stones. This is false. The correct sentence is the two best things the servant brought to God were the broken heart and the dead bird. Second question, find from the story the homophones of the following words. Homophones means words that sound the same but differ in spelling and meaning. First है weak, इसका आंसर है WEEK, weak, same sound but different meaning and spelling. Next है there, इसका आंसर है THERE, there. Next है blue, इसका आंसर है BLUE, blue. नेक्स्ट है सी, इसका आंसर है SWC। नेक्स्ट है रेड, इसका आंसर है RED, रेड। नेक्स्ट है वेस्ट, इसका आंसर है WAIST, वेस्ट। नेक्स्ट है नो, इसका आंसर है NO, नो। नेक्स्ट है नॉट, इसका आंसर है NOT, नॉट। नेक्स्ट है थ्रू, इसका आंसर है THROUGH, थ्रू। नेक्स्ट है राइट, इसका आंसर है WRITE, राइट। Third question, answer the given question in your own words. First है, where was the Happy Prince statue located? Answer है, the Happy Prince statue stood high above the city. Next है, why did Swallow decided to stay under the statue of the Happy Prince at night? इसका आंसर है, the Swallow stay under the statue at night because his friends had left and he wanted to stay with the prince. There was also fresh air up there. क्वेश्चन, वाई वॉज प्रिंस सैड? इसका आंसर है द प्रिंस वॉज सैड बिकॉज ही सॉ सो मच अनहैप्पीनेस इन द सिटी even though his heart was made up of cheap metal, he felt the pain of others. Next है, what was the first task given to the swallow? इसका आंसर है the first task was to take the red jewel from the prince's vest and give it to a poor mother whose boy was hungry. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, टू whom did the prince give the two gemstone of his eyes? इसका आंसर है the prince gave his two gemstone to a younger writer who could not finish his writing and a little girl selling eggs whose eggs had fallen and broken. Next question, what decision did the swallow finally make? Was it a wise one? Comment. इसका आंसर है द swallow decided to stay with the prince because he loved him. Yes, it was a wise because both helped each other and spread happiness to others. Next question, why did the swallow finally decided not to leave the prince? इसका आंसर है the swallow finally decided not to leave the prince because he loved him very much. Next है, what message do you get from the story? आंसर है the story teaches us the value of kindness, love and sacrifice. We should help poor and needy people without thinking of ourselves. Real happiness comes from giving and sharing with others. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन से वेदर द अंडरलाइन आर इंफिनिटिव्स पार्टिसिपल्स। पार्टिसिपल्स के दो टाइप है, प्रेजेंट और पास्ट एंड जेरेंट। फर्स्ट है आई विश टू गो टू इजिप्ट, इसका आंसर है इंफिनिटिव। नेक्स्ट है दे लाइक हिज रिटन स्टोरीज, इसका आंसर है पास्ट पार्टिसिपल। नेक्स्ट है ही इज ट्राइंग टू फिनिश अ स्टोरी, इसका आंसर है इंफिनिटिव। नेक्स्ट है सफरिंग इज स्ट्रेंजर देन एनीथिंग, इसका आंसर है जेरेंट। नेक्स्ट है डाइंग स्वेलो फेल एट हिज फीट, इसका आंसर है प्रेजेंट पार्टिसिपल। नेक्स्ट है ही बिगेन टू क्राई, इसका आंसर है इंफिनिटिव। नेक्स्ट है ही वॉच द वर्किंग सीमैन, इसका आंसर है प्रेजेंट पार्टिसिपल। फिफ्थ क्वेश्चन, राइट द फॉलोइंग डायलॉग फ्रॉम द स्टोरी इन द इनडायरेक्ट स्पीच। यहाँ हमें डायरेक्ट स्पीच को इनडायरेक्ट स्पीच में कन्वर्ट करना है। डायरेक्ट स्पीच में स्पीकर के एग्जैक्ट वर्ड्स होते हैं जो कोटेशन मार्क के अंदर लिखे जाते हैं, और इनडायरेक्ट स्पीच में किसी के वर्ड्स को अपने वर्ड्स में बताना बिना कोटेशन मार्क के। इसमें कुछ रूल्स होते हैं, प्रोनाउन चेंज होते हैं, आई का ही शी होता है, माई का हीज हर, टेंसेस चेंज होते हैं, ईज का वॉज, विल का वुड, कैन का कुड, हैव का हैड, आर का वेयर, वर्ड्स चेंज होते हैं, हियर का देयर, टुडे का दैट डे, टुमारो का द नेक्स्ट डे, यस्टरडे का द प्रीवियस डे। First question, who are you? Asks the bird. I am the happy prince. Then why are you crying? I am wet with your tears. इसे indirect speech में लिखेंगे. The bird asked the prince why was he crying and told him that he was wet with his tears. Question, the happy prince looked very sad and the little swallow was sorry for him. It is very cold here, he said, but I will stay with you for one night. Tomorrow I will take the jewel. Thank you, little bird, said the prince. Indirect speech में लिखेंगे, the happy prince looked very sad and the little swallow was sorry for him. He said that it was very cold there, but he would stay with him for one night. The next day he would take the jewel. Next question. Little bird, said the prince, please will you stay with me for one more night? My friends are waiting for me, answered the bird. Indirect speech में convert करेंगे. The prince requested the bird to stay with him for one more night. The bird answered that his friends were waiting for him. Next question. Under a bridge, two little boys were lying close together to keep warm. We are so hungry, they said. You cannot lie there, shouted a guard. Indirect speech में लिखेंगे. Under a bridge, two little boys were lying close together to keep warm. They said that they were very hungry, but the guard shouted that they could not lie there. Next question. Goodbye, dear prince, he said. I am glad that you are going to Egypt, said the prince. You have stayed too long. I am not going to Egypt, said the swallow. I am going to the house of God. Indirect speech में convert करेंगे. He said goodbye to the prince. The prince said that he was glad that he was going to Egypt as he has stayed too long. The swallow replied that he was not going to Egypt. He was going to the house of God. Seventh question. If you could change the end of the story after the swallow refused to fly to Egypt, how would you change it? Summarize your idea in 10 to 12 lines. If I could change the end of the story, I would make the swallow fly to Egypt as the prince told him. Before leaving, the swallow would promise to return in the spring. In Egypt, he would spread the message of kindness among other birds and ask them to help people in need. With the help of his bird friends, he would collect food and treasures. When spring arrived, the swallow would come back to the happy prince. Together they would continue to help the poor and needy in the city. The prince would feel happy because his dream of spreading joy would never end. The swallow would also live a long life with his friends instead of dying in the cold. In this way, the story would have a hopeful ending. It would teach us that love and kindness can go on forever. 8 question. Think one of your stories. Fill in the following fact about the story. स्टूडेंट यहाँ मैंने सिंड्रेला स्टोरी सिलेक्ट की हुई एग्जाम्पल के लिए. आप अपनी फेवरेट स्टोरी सिलेक्ट कर सकते हो और आपको इसी फॉर्मेट में लिखना है. नेम ऑफ द स्टोरी इज सिंड्रेला. टाइप ऑफ स्टोरी फेरी टेल. सेटिंग टाइम एंड प्लेस. लॉन्ग एगो इन सिंड्रेला's house and the royal palace. Important characters. Cinderella, her stepmother, stepsisters, fairy godmother and the prince. Theme, plot, goodness, kindness and patience are rewarded in the end. Conflict, dilemma. Cinderella was treated badly by her stepmother and stepsisters. She had to do all the household work. When the prince invited everyone to the royal party, she was not allowed to go. She felt sad because she had no beautiful clothes or way to attend the party. Solution. With the help of her fairy godmother, Cinderella got a lovely dress, glass slipper, and a carriage. She went to the royal party and met the prince. And the prince found Cinderella with a glass slipper, married her, and she lived happily ever स्टूडेंट यहाँ हमारा लेसन 2.5 कंप्लीट हो गया है. अगर आपको वीडियो हेल्पफुल लगा हो तो वीडियो को लाइक शेयर सब्सक्राइब ज़रूर करें. मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो.